Hello, Starcraft fans. I am the Unchikino. I'm the casted game on Xel'Naga Caverns between VT Attero, our red Terran, or sorry, excuse me, red Protoss player, and the bottom left part of the map on Xel'Naga Caverns. And his opponent once again is SeleCT, our blue Terran player on the top right part of the map. Last game we saw SeleCT with a pretty convincing win against VT Attero. This is of course game number 2. It was labeled as a BNet game. Not quite sure. I'm not quite sure what event this may be from a tournament, but it may just be some BNet games. I don't know. But anyway, if somebody knows, please post that in the comments. Thank you very much. So SeleCT's going to go for a barracks build. We saw SeleCT go for a 2 barracks. I think it was a 2 barracks, and then he made an expansion. Maybe it was 1 barracks expand, or 1 barracks command center, then a 2nd barracks, but mostly bio from SeleCT with some medevacs, so some straight up MMM action. And VT Attero went for 3 gateway robo opening, and with an expansion also. So both players are going to go for that 2 base play opening. At least that's what they went for last game. This game might go for the same thing. Both players scouting each other out. Not too many places to look on this map. Of course, it is a 2-player map. And this SCV quickly calling to the help of his buddy to come up there and fight off this probe. And VT Attero is going for blood. Going to take out that SCV. Nope, just finished. This barracks is finished, and the first Marine is coming out. So what do we got here? We got the cybernetics core up for VT Attero. And is he going to go for the 2nd gas here? Probably, more than likely. And SeleCT kind of running through the danger zone there, running through all those probes. Got to watch out for that. You can easily just lose that very quickly. 2nd gas is now being popped up at about the 50% mark on that cybernetics core. You can tell a lot by Protoss players' build when they make this simulator, if it's at the very beginning of when you start the cybernetics core, if it's after the cybernetics core, many different times. Definitely critical in the Protoss players' build when they get that 2nd gas up and going. So that cybernetics core is finished. He's probably going to start warp gate very soon. There it goes. And is that a 2nd? Yeah, 3rd pylon up here being built. I think I would have preferred it up here a little bit closer to the top, just to keep an eye on anything up there if there's any type of crazy drops. And Attero trying to be sneaky. This guy is trying to be sneaky. This Marine, and he's going to just come up here and scout all this goodness, and then SeleCT's going to be like, really? Really? I didn't scout my own base, and the probe is going to scout me out here. It sees that I'm going 1 barracks. I think that was a little too early there with that probe there. He wasn't scouted out. You could have just left the probe in there a little bit longer and went for a better timing. Scouting, of course. We have a fight here in the middle. Not too much of a fight, more like a stalker beating a SCV to death, and of course the SCV doesn't want to fight that. He quickly gets out of town, and this stalker is going to go scout out this other Xel'Naga tower. Luckily for him, these Marauder and Marine and SCV are coming the other direction, and he's going to run into this Marauder, but no, he's got concussive, so he's not running anywhere. And ooh, it looks like he's going to grab this other stalker. So SeleCT, is he going to get that? Oh, he gets it. Yes, he does, but he's going to lose his other Marauder to that. Yep, there he goes. So we've got a 1-1 trade so far, but it looks like the stalker's going to die too. Marine's going to fall first, more than likely. Nope, he's switching targets back to Marauder, and he's going to lose that very quickly. So SeleCT in the lead so far as the units lost tab goes. 400 versus 125. Attero chrono boosting some units out. What is he making there? He's making a stalker, and chrono boosting a stalker out. Warp gate almost finished. 3rd warp gate. He's making a sentry there. And SeleCT, is he going to pressure, or is he just looking for an expansion? Yep, he's just kind of hanging out. Looks no expansion. Just looks like he's going to fall back. Smart move. Don't want to pressure too much, especially with 2 weak units in this situation. So we have a factory going up, and this looks like the exact same build from SeleCT. I think this is the same build from him. He's getting a reactor. Yeah, a reactor on one of his barracks. Tech lab another. Getting stem upgrade. He already cut some shells first. And where is this guy going? He's kind of hanging out down here. It's quite interesting. Wonder what he's going to be looking for. So Attero pushing out is going to make that expansion with some sentries and stalkers. So I think this is also the same build we saw Attero go for some. I think he had like 3 or 4 sentries and 2 stalkers when that expansion did get placed. SeleCT lining up his units here at the top of the ramp. Doesn't want anything to get in. Look, he's taking all that time to make it nice and pretty. All lined up there, airtight. Nothing's getting through that lineup of units. Let me check the hotkeys here. So he's 1, 4, and 7. Okay, interesting. 7 for command centers. Okay. Attero sending out some stalkers, gaining control of those Xel'Naga towers in the middle of the map, and a SeleCT is going to use this SCV to scout for an expansion here very soon. Here he goes. He's going to check. Is there an expansion? Is there an expansion? Oh, why, yes, there is an expansion. Very quick. Runs in and out of there. Attero doesn't even see it. And at the same time, Attero's going to go scout. Oh, no expansion? Interesting. But that probe's going to die. There he goes. Loses those Marauders and Marines. Stim is just about ready to be finished. Medevac popping out. He's got a reactor on there that he built from this factory. He did a little swap off there, and he needs to watch out. There he goes, right on the ball of Attero, watching that mini-map. He's going to save that Stalker. Quickly falling back there, and this one is going to have to be pulled back pretty soon because you can see SeleCT here on the mini-map on the way over there. Is Attero going to pull it away? He needs to pull it away. There he is. He selects it, and he's going to run away quickly. He's going to move over to the other Zelnaga Tower. Oh, stimming. Is he stimming? It looks like he's stimmed just one Marauder. Smart move there. Really smart move from SeleCT. Don't over-stimming units because, of course, stim isn't free. It does cost lives. And SeleCT is pressuring up here. Looks like SeleCT is going to go on the attack with some Marine Marauder. Actually, it's 5 Marauder and a handful of Marines. Going to go on the attack, and so Attero has a good enough army to defend this. If he attacks straight up, but it doesn't look like SeleCT is going to attack straight up, he's going to probably elevator up here into his opponent's base. He can snipe one of their 2 of those pylons before Attero even manages to get up into his base to defend it, because a quick stim. We have over here on the right just a handful of units. He's going to come there and snipe his back. So SeleCT with these 2-prong attacks. You can see over here on the right, he's going to come in and get some units. He's going up for the ramp. No, I thought he was going to go over the mineral line. He's going to go straight up in there, and he just has a couple kills yet. Nobody. Oh wow, he was trying to go there. He's a little bit of miscontrol, unfortunately, pulling these units back, and he's going to grab a couple kills. Unfortunately, SeleCT didn't play that as well as he could have, but he did get a couple kills there. Losing a couple probes. Let's check the probe count: 38 to 35. So he's in the lead, and looks like this drop is coming back. SeleCT coming back for a second. This drop is going to grab a couple more pylon kills, I would assume. And stim and run away. These guys are just kind of chilling out over there. You don't have enough life yet to stim. He's going to go for just some probe kills and quickly running away. Those medevacs need to be controlled a little better. There he is, pulling them over there to the left. Can't just let those suckers sit around and heal. And oh no, he does get that one. So SeleCT is basically going to trade armies, and those sentries really need to be using their force fields. Just losing sentries left and right here. You need to control those a little better. Those things are so valuable against a bio army, especially. So that trade, I think, went pretty well in the favor of SeleCT. Trading Marines and Marauders for sentries and Stalkers is something I would do all day long. So Attero Chrono boosting out some more probes. He wants to keep that probe lead, which he doesn't have anymore after that attack from SeleCT. So SeleCT doing quite a bit of damage there. He didn't execute that initial attack as well as he could have. We saw those Marine and Marauder over here. I think these were supposed to be used just to come down here, kill some probes once he saw the army was transferred over here to the left. And I think he left them in the same control group because they ran up the ramp, and he quickly pulled them back, came down here and attacked some probes. So in a perfect world, that would have went a lot better for SeleCT. But overall, I think that was a pretty positive attack from SeleCT, doing quite a bit of damage. So we have a third command center for SeleCT being built. He's going to go over there and expand probably over here to this base. Maybe use it, go to the gold. Engineering bay popping up, some supply depots. Looks like SeleCT is going to get supply blocked for just a second here. Scanning, taking out that observer. SeleCT has the eye on the ball. He always grabs those observers. And Attero building some proxy pylons over here on the left side of the map. And a Colossus once again. So both players looks like they're going to have the exact same build as last game. So hopefully Attero will be able to do a little bit better than he did last game. Last game he unfortunately lost. And so we'll see what's going to happen later on in this game. So Colossus, pull that a little bit back. You don't have that in the front of your base. And I like the positioning of this Colossus, hiding it over here. Because, of course, if he does scan, or if he does run a unit up, you don't want to see those giant thermal lances coming out of nowhere like, oh, okay, that's a Colossus. Just showing what he really needs to at this point. SeleCT is going to come up with pressure. He doesn't want to get... No, Attero! This is going to be so bad. His Colossus isn't even in this fight. Guardian Shield does get up. The Zelts are in the back. That is the worst possible position. Oh, no. Tank in the back with Siege, and Colossus finally does show up, but that fight went so bad positioning for Attero. Tank's going to lose the Colossus. Warping into Zelts up here at the front, and the Sentry. Another Colossus. He's going to get sniped. You can't leave these Colossus out here in the open. No, Attero! Oh my gosh, and these Zelts running around not accomplishing anything at this point. There's Marauders are just dropping everything. 2 tanks in the back. He's going to bait this right into the tank. There they go. Oh no, that Zelt's getting murdered. And that couldn't have went any worse for Attero. That positioning was just really, really bad. The Zelts were trapped behind the rocks. And Attero GG's. That was just not recoverable from. The third base now going up to the gold for SeleCT. So SeleCT had that game in the bag. Attero, I don't know what he was thinking. I guess he was going to go for a timing it. Like, he just had Thermal Lances finished. So his Colossus, he had like 2 Colossus out. He had his army. but you really just need to be more of like a ball. You just need to stick together your army because his army was just kind of spread out and it just wasn't really working out too hot. And Select was at the right time. He was there. He took the he went on the attack and just went so well for Select and he managed to get a win. Well deserved. So I hope you guys enjoyed this best of three. I think it's a best of three between Select and VT Attero. So that's it for me. See you guys later.